the key, or whether standardization is the way to keep the mental strong. Let's jump right into the draft here.
I have a wish though. I hope the Lancelot was also picked up, maybe from ONIC or from Echo. But I think that you look at that game from Kaltizi, that's just a brain check. Do not judge Kaltizi's aptitude on the Lancelot just because of one game. It's granted. Wish granted.
See? Echo stays the blue, or in this case, first pick, and then they course correct. They take out the glue. That was a little too much coming in from Boots.
I totally agree there. And especially since like even Delara was saying like, just go for the Faramis. That could have been an easy counter, but that's just not the style that they want to go for right now. They really want to make sure that that Sand-Sand duo is going to be nice and strong and they can scale towards the later stages of the game.
Very good. Then I picked the Kadira, I really like it. But there's the Grok. Well, you know, just as we talk about it, Valentina and Grok very quickly picked up. I wish this is a Boots Fredrin though. I want to say carry an assassin once again. This means though that maybe you go Beatrix or Brody on Chewe instead of the Claude.
That's what I was thinking too. You know, if you're going in blind, you might as well have somebody who can force out priority whenever you're feeling like it, right? But we can't forget. I feel like I've seen this pattern, almost like deja vu in a matter of fact, like especially from Echo. The fact that we see this Grok might just be going for Sanford this time, something a little bit more stable, something that can also force priority and make that big impact during these Lord secures. Because remember, Power of Nature deals a lot of damage, and especially with Master Assassin, you pair that up with Retribution, you might get 100% secure rates.
I was about to say Melissa could be a pick here, because understanding again, last time they met, Benny was able to kind of counter the Grok with the Melissa. Back in the day, there was a weird interaction, again with the go away, able to cancel that wild charge. So Melissa, up against the Grok, it no longer can do that. The wild charge goes through the go away. But the Valentina and the Lancelot, with the first three picks for Echo, it's setting up for a front-to-back composition again. They want, ONIC wants Echo to pick up something like a Brody, a Carry, even a Beatrix, because the Melissa will bully them in lane, creating space for this mid lane, and maybe possibly, like you mentioned, that assassin jungle.
How about a Leslie ban for ONIC?
Yeah.
Very uncharacteristic of Benny Cutie, but I do feel that, Beatrix might be the ban out here. Like, the top priority is Beatrix, last is the Leslie, but there you go. Do you ban out Hayabusa? I think Hayabusa. There you go. Let's draft from Echo. ONIC. I think you pick up Faramis here?
Yeah, and then they just see what's left for the one later on.
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking maybe they go for like a potential support. Maybe they just show the fact that they want to play Ling right off the bat, right? Because it's still open. Kyrie can still get Ling. Honestly, now that I think about it, we haven't seen too many Lings overall. MSC, it keeps either getting banned out or nobody touches it.
Only Taz, right?
Yeah.
Only Taz. Okay, I think Carry still is good, but I mean, you're not left without a choice. Like, Carry might be the best option left for Echo. Then you go for an XP laner. Oh, Harith!
I like this. I like this just to make sure that Benny has a somewhat winning lane here with a little bit of help, and also, you know, the Turisla just in case this Fredrin ends up being flexible.
Yep. Arlott. It's weird that Arlott is open up until this point, right?
No, he's already banned. First ban,
oh, there
right?
it is. I'm sorry.
So are we expecting for this Fredrin to go into the Kairi, or is he going to force the Ling? Because that seems to be the only one left.
Right? I don't know
about the Ling against this comp, though.
Yeah, it's,
right?
it's very
the
difficult.
Grok the Grob's able to deny you. It's really annoying. Terizla as well is kind of a thick boy.
Sanji can kick you.
Sanji can kick you as well. He can steal the way of the dragon at the same time.
With some sort of damage. Do you go back to the Masha if you're on it?
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
Of course.
Great call.
Of course.
Great call there, Wolf. Now, the adaptation's looking good. First Blood King, Mr. Echo Sanford himself, is leading with 4 First Bloods in the entire tournament. He's great in lane, but in game number 1, it was a little uncharacteristic to see him take such an awful trade against that Clue. So again, I love the fact that even for Coach Tic Tac, he's looking at every aspect of the game, from laning to mid all the way to late and neutrals.
Okay, how's the Terizla Masha matchup?
Oh, it goes nowhere. It literally goes nowhere.
I agree.
That's like 90% of Masha matchups.
Exactly.
Whoever commits is wasting time.
Yes.
Exactly.
But at least with Terizla, they can clear out that wave. He can start focusing on moving out of that lane first and maybe keeping Masha to try and match him as quickly as possible.
But what I'm expecting for Echo here is something that's similar to game one. They're very all in, because at least the Masha can re-engage. The Masha can say, no, let's not do it. We'll see what the tempo is like as we go into game two. Can Echo reset and take us to 1-1 as we enter game number 2 in this best of 5?
Already you can already there is a lot of pressure in the purple buff.
Keyboard already putting so much pressure early on. Actually stealing away the little purple buff here. Might be forcing a red tree early on. Kyrie already on the orange buff a bit quicker. Carl's going to be forced to use the red tree here. Ooh, very close. Uses the red tree in the end. Keyboard with a bit of sass there.
And
recalls.
there was no way for Yawi to help.
Wait.
Yawi's going to be doing a massive freeze. He's going to freeze every single minion wave. But he cannot help because Boots and Keyboy, they can just invade because Yawi is only holding on to the Guardian's barrier.
Okay, a little bit of an invade once again, just both teams skirmishing a little bit in the jungle, but this does give Kyrie a bit more of a better time farming compared to Carl Teasy.
And the whole situation up top isn't as good for Benny either. He is outranged. He's going to oblige. He's got burst. Those basic attacks don't do much against the early kit of one Harith.
Exactly. Remember the Harith though. It's a hero that can actually just deceptively good range just because of the synchro vision. Still is very mid range though. But against Melissa, at least you have the way to kind of deal with the added range of the muddles.
And close the gap, if you will. And that kind of makes it a 50-50, especially if you're looking at a gold laner as brave as Benny Cutie.
Yes. And Yawi stayed, what, for a minute? So that's about 2 minion waves that he blocked with the Guardian's Barrier. It meant that Chewe will have to be nearer the turret of Echo.
What? San stole it away. The gold buff, just a little win there for ONIC. They built up for this turtle, but Sanford, he's going to be caught by Thunderclap. Actually canceled out as well, the Petrify even. The First Blood King falls to ONIC. As ONIC pick up First Blood, now it's a Registry battle. Carl wins it, now with Wild Charge as well. Onto Keyboy, but he's able to jump out of there. Now Kyrie with the knock up and the Appraiser's Wrath. Sans picks up another. It's a 2-for-1 trade. Turtle traded in for kills as Keyboy disengages. And ONIC win out on the trade.
Good Terrify coming up from Sanjit. And really aiding Kaltisi in that engagement. The fact that Echo got it, they got the turtle, that was so good for their team. However, ONIC, you cannot deny the fact that the 2 kills that Sans was able to get means that Harith will be threatened later on. Good thing though, Benny Cutie does have the Purify.
Yep, and again, when it comes to turtle takes or any major objectives, you have to learn how to trade. Teams are getting so much smarter at that, and again, at this level of competition, economy counts, and that's what put ONIC here 1,000 gold ahead in under 3 minutes. That's huge. This is a big 1,000 gold.
That's important. That is important for ONIC for sure. And Keyboy kind of recovered. Still, Benny Cutie, you're going to ask, when is he going to be activated? I think sooner, for sure, compared to Chewe. And Echo needs to really summon the Echo Express now. ONIC is going to be snowballing if they don't start trying to make a play.
Just the same, it's so hard to say when you have this bottom lane, this XP lane, that is going on forever again. Whoever commits is wasting time, and it looks like Boots is winning!
Wait, Boots is winning the 1v1. He's going in all the way, forcing Sanford to flicker under his turret. Boots gets taken low as well, though. That's the first skill for you, trading evenly. But look at the positioning of one Sans. Bottom lane, they're looking to pinch him down. Sanford notices something fishy, walks all the way back. Proper respect from the world champion. Meanwhile, top side, CW is going to fall. That's Benny with the kill. An Echo trade.
Oh, great trade coming out from Echo and the aggression. Like I said, activation of Benny Cutie, that is what's needed. And with a minute to go before the outer third energy shields go down, they will make a move up top, which means that there will be even more gold for Benny Cutie.
Yep, and because of that space made up top, Echo can now make way for the turtle. Pulled over, Keyboy engages, watch Sans, and there's a kick!
Purify though, instantly now Sans jumps into the back line with the rough waves as well. Sanji gonna be able to escape as Keyboy jumps out with a jump pull. Kyrie finds the kill back. Now Sanji also trading in for Keyboy. Kyrie looking for some stacks. For the Appraiser's Wrath, he goes for it. Retry battle here, giving Carl the go, picks it up. CW preheating the back line right now with a muddle placement on point. Sanford's gonna fall, and ONIC once again win on a team fight. As you can see, Boots charging, walking them down with an unbending will. Benny recalling. This should give CW some room to go for the turret. Kyrie now knocked up by the wild charge, but should be able to pick up the purple buff. Was it Yawi? No.
It was Yawi.
Oh, it's Yawi.
It was
Okay.
Yawi.
That's still a win. I think ONIC still came out on top. And again, that's deja vu from the first turtle.
Yep. The second turtle that happened, it was again Echo getting it and CloudTZ just flexing his retribution. But ONIC, they're winning the team fights. And that is what matters most in the second and the third turtle. It won't matter if you get the turtle gold, but if you lose 2 people in the process and the enemy doesn't, that's economic advantage for the team that won the team fight. So ONIC really had a better trade afterwards, especially because they activated Jewe in that fight. So he got a little bit of gold in that skirmish.
You gotta watch out for that gold lane X factor. It's interesting because the XP lane, usually, a good friend of ours would say is the X factor, but here's the gold lane. Failed conceal play. Nice, we miss you. I swear, if this wasn't a Masha Trizla, we would have seen more fights down there.
Yeah.
But now it's the Melissa versus Harith, and they're also just both waiting for their teammates. Look at this sandwich. Look at this positioning.
Sanford finds Keyboy right there. The Shunpu's no longer ready for Keyboy. Phantom execution as well. Keyboy's looking for the ult there. Sands, Petrify, rough wiggle! No way he survives this. Benny dives in, but Sands finds a trade. It's a 1-for-1 as a shutdown, so Benny Cutie definitely gets some more pressure there. But the turret does not fall. The mini wave was cleared in, and Boots in the bottom lane was able to find one.
The fact that they cleared out the minion wave on Sands, there was a 3v1 that he survived afterwards. Well, he did die, but he took 1 kill. Then on the opposite end, you have a free turret. ONIC still winning. That's macro trade-off.
Oh, and Sanji's gonna be caught him at Praise's Wrath. Keyboy looking for the play. Just knocks him up, backs up with a Shampoo. Kyrie with the taunt now, getting some resets on those cooldowns. Skill 1 and 2. Having more pressure. Boots.
Almost. And Boots does have the thunderclap, so it might as well have been frame perfect escape. Now, Kyrie pulls the turtle, about half health, near the tip of its nest. CloudTZ still here. Once again, it's a GOAT versus the 1, and Boots going 1v1. Now bottom!
Where the dragon popped in, it's gonna be 100-0. Keyboy still able to escape with a Shampoo flickers out of the defensive execution as Kyrie jumps on with a taunt. CloudTZ locked down. Come on, force now by Benny Cutie onto the back line all the way, but he's gonna be caught in the taunt. And CW, he's going for the hit now. Penalty zone onto the back, zoning CW. Boots. Meanwhile, Boots in a miss. He finds 1 kill, and it's gonna be a 2-for-3. Still in favor of Echo. Kyrie picks up the purple buff. CloudTZ onto the orange buff. Kyrie still trying to defend this mid lane by himself as Benny sieges it down. But it seems like Kyrie should be able. Nope, that's the demand force. That's the presence. Kai, he saves the turret.
Just as CloudTZ steps on the clutch, Benny Cutie maintains to be the force of nature that he is.
And in that specific fight, it was the explainers trying to outplay each other by not engaging against each other. They went into the backlines, but Sanford had a better jump, especially because Benny Cutie was already able to put Sands low with his jump with his Diamond Force. Kyrie evening up this orange buff because CloudTZ actually took his.
Penalty zone. He's out of there. That's the Fredgen for you.
Wow, the most honest form of Grand Theft Orange, literally stealing it in front of your face.
No contest whatsoever, no flashy moves. There's literally a dude walking in there, taking the orange.
Kyrie, you can have this.
Yeah.
Fun fact, the go away from Melissa cancels out the penalty zone. So if he times it well, it should be a very easy cancel. Two-man taunt. Oh, what? Yowie with a wild charge. The on force now popped in. With the dragon by Keyboy. CloudTZ jumping in. CW with a good position right now. Skiboy's gonna be chunked low. Shampoo out of there. CW with a free hit with his fire! Sanford jumps into the penalty zone, but Keyboy finds a kill back. Sanford not finding the range right now, but Sanji's looking for him. Keyboy will fall. But guess what? ONIC have won in that bottom side or top side river.
Yep, 2-for-1 here, and they got Benny Cutie. They also took down Sanford. Now CloudTZ.
Forced to puncture out. Boots is recalling in his face as he shows the alter ego, Team Eno.
And now they have regained the position onto the Lord. Echo, no shot, no chance. Actually, they will try.
Wow.
They're gonna go for it.
They're gonna go for it.
Beware of Boots. That's the main thing right now that can stop Echo, especially their back line. Sanji, I think, has been just targeted down many times.
Yep, you gotta watch out. You hear the crowd, they're here for ONIC. Lord here at a fourth of its health.
Let's go, that's gonna be the spawn force. Benny Cutie not able to hit right now as Boots does some damage. Who's gonna get the retry? Who finds him? No retry! CW free hitting in the back with the go away as well. Sanford taking low. Kyrie locking Yowie up. Yowie forced a flicker out of the breath of the ocean. How does Loons do it? He basic attacked it.
Was that how bad the situation was? That's how chaotic it was for both Echo and ONIC, that it was only Masha was able to just scratch away?
Scratching, like Masha with normal attacks, not even a thunderclap. It was because of the two playmakers from both teams just taking away both junglers. It was the kick coming out from Keyboy. You're gonna see. Look at the kick coming up from Keyboy. With the way then of course Sandford.
The Lord knocked them off.
Exactly. But they utilized the red 3 far too late. Was you'll never see that again.
Who's to say?
You'll never see that again.
Who's to say it wasn't even a scratch? What if it was a tick-off of Molten Essence?
Maybe.
Is it that bad?
It is that bad. By the way, it very smart from Keyboy. I don't know if it was intended, but the delivery with the way of the dragon into the finality of the stun was just in sync with the skill of the Lord, which added a knockup. So essentially, he had another way to combo it.
It was a chain CC.
Exactly.
The Filipino bush.
The Filipino bush.
Oh, Tiawi in there. Carl TZ in the middle of 4.
This might be a lockdown. Has the puncture. Gets out. Just a little siege going on as Echo are able to micromanage the waves up top. Oh, did he spot Yaoi? Yaoi did he seal? He did. Sand spots him out. I don't think Yaoi wants to go for anything here. Meanwhile, Boots down below. They gotta be careful here.
Yeah, Filipino bush is dangerous.
Yeah.
If the opponents are aware, you're basically sandwiched. You're left in no man's land. And Yaoi knew the way out. At least, luckily, the purple buff wall was down, so he can cross right through. He wasn't punished. And here, Carl TZ is struggling to keep it.
Okay, Carl, the puncture now, jumping on. That's Kyrie, like he got it, I believe. No, CW! So much damage! Sanji steals the rough waves, but Boots is falling down! The knockup comes through! Stanford to the back, looking for the damage, but CW has the feel, and CW! He survives! 4-0! ONIC are looking to find match point! Betty Cutie, the only man left standing. A miracle is what he needs. ONIC on the base, Keyboy with a flanker! ONIC! They are building, and they have secured match point.
This is all heart. This is all conviction. ONIC have come in with a mission. Echo have been pushed to their limit unlike never before.
Absolutely. It wasn't a clean fight at all. ONIC, the reason why they look so good is because Echo was also so good. Everybody's just like Super Saiyan mode. And in that last purple buff fight, who would have thought, right? The final clash will be around the purple buff, not the Lord, not the turtle wherever, not a turret push. Purple buff. Carl TZ was so starved that he wanted to take that, but the entirety of ONIC, including the Indonesian fans, was there.
Who'd have thought needing the purple buff would be deadly? Who'd have thought that it would have cost you the game?
Oh.
That wasn't Che Wei, no. That was Calvin Benata.
Calvin Benata.
Say his name.
Say his name. Put some respect on CW's name.
He had Inspire all along. And after, the fact of the matter is, he was so patient with the Inspire. I could have sworn that if you find already the enemy jungler, you would buff the Inspire to just eliminate him. But Sandford, when he jumped, it would have been a kill. He had Inspire. He took it, and the Haskell's was quite late, you know, but it didn't matter. He had the way to deal with Sandford.
Gideon, is this the reality you were expecting? It's match point. Echo scored 0.
This is not the reality I was expecting. I was expecting the Filipino finals. You know, I love this team in Echo, but right now, ONIC is in a different realm of existence. It's coming down to the wire. It's coming down to who outplays who at this final moment. It's a beautiful game of Mobile Legends, and better yet, people have been telling us this is the grand finals game. And I was thinking that, I don't know, maybe we can actually wait for the real grand finals, but I think I've changed my mind here. I really hope Echo pulls it back to make it a full 5 games. We need more of this.
We do. We really do.
Now we definitely wish there was a lower bracket, you know? This is the time where, come on, is this gonna end like this?
Not like this.
There's a battle for third.
but they're not gonna be battling for third.
Exactly. There's no
Not this.
achievement.
Not like this.
Not like
Yeah,
this.
it hurts. It hurts a lot, and I was already questioning, like, man, showing Melissa so early on, and especially with the interactions that, you know, we could have expected to see. You know, they already saw the Grok in the first place. I thought maybe this could be a mistake. I gotta remember the name Calvin Winata, and you guys should too. CW, you didn't feel his impact until it was too late in game number 1. Right here, right now, he does even more. But if it wasn't for Boots making sure that Benny QT is having an uncomfortable time, and as well as Lancelot unable to get those weave those autos in, it's tough.
What did the Lars say? First thing he said on the desk, Boots and CW, these are the two guys who need to perform if they want to take Echo on. And man, they're not just performing, they're stepping up.
And the guy who really stepped up, Boots, in this particular game, you have a rough idea what will happen, right? In the XPlay, we know that it's gonna be a nothing lane, right? But the way that they contributed to the fights, and I would say Sanford, despite having a 1-5-1 score, he really did challenge Boots, and they were trying to mirror each other. Boots going into the backlines, making it impossible for the backup of Echo to come into the fight. Well, that's also true with Sanford going onto Chewe, but Boots in the end managed to find the better openings. There wasn't any minute in this game where he wasn't doing anything.
He was always on.
Exactly. Hardest working man today.
And something about that that heat map that you will see in the highlights is the fact that he kept taking the role of controlling that bottom quarter. He never let it go, and he understood that that was his mission. And here you'll see, he was always looking for something from the backline. Look.
Great jump from Sanford, but then again, the way that everybody's just clumped up and you still find the right target to go onto, like utilize your Thunderclap to regain some health and then still get a kill before dying against 4. Boots is on a different level now. He's very self-aware.
Chewe.
Yep.
Oh, look at him go, look at him go. The fact that he's target prioritizing Muddles just to shorten the cooldown for his dashes, so very, very smart. Rather than trying to maximize his damage, it's about the mobility. And then the final moment right here.
He scratched it, he scratched it!
He scratched it right at the end!
All right, at least he scratched it. I was afraid it was off of a Molten Essence stick.
Oh my god. Oh, Kaltizi really, really deprived. And look at that, 4 members, including the Indonesian fans in that purple pit. Boots comes in and just cleans it up. Sanford, well done, but the Inspire was ready from Chewe, and of course Eboy helped along the way.
Everyone was there.
Everyone was there, including what? Eterna was there. I
Gani
think
was there.
Ranger Emas was there probably.
Rashi somewhere in there.
Kabe was chilling. Wawa was there.
Wawa decided to join the party. Man, I just heard the sharpest scream in the world, and I just figured out what it is. It's both Delar and Rippo take pictures together on the side, and by the way, on the ONIC side of things. I don't know whether it's conspiracy or not, but the game ended 12 minutes, 14 seconds, 7-14. Double the kill score right at the very end.
You would think that this will be the case, especially because Echo have found a good footing in the early stages. Benny QT already won in the lane. It was Yawi utilizing the Grok Guardian's barrier. But then again, Carry was also, I guess, on point when it comes to securing his own farm and the buff. Like 1, 0, and 10 eventually. Boots was phenomenal, Cherry was phenomenal. Sans in this game as well, so many good jumps. But my oh my, Keyboy, this is the reason why Delar and everybody else was hyping this guy with a Cho. He's good.
He's really good. He's really, really good. I mean, I think Gani said it in MPL Indonesia right after Keyboy beat Evos or Alter Ego. I can't remember, but Gani pulled out his little, drawing, and he said, "Yo, Yaoi, do you miss Keyboy?" And everybody at the time was like, "What the hell?" I mean, Yaoi beat Keyboy, but now you know what Gani was on.
Man, I just can't wait for the fanfics to start coming up. EX Keyboy, like, I can see the title already.
The M4 Cho skin hasn't even come out, and are we already naming a new Dewa Cho?
Dewa Cho.
Is there a new God of Cho?
Or Munton is just going to add another chroma layer so it can be this is the M4 one, but this is also the MSC for Keyboy.
Ah, the painted skin.
Yes.
Skins. Okay.
It's built in. It's there.
It's there. Let's look at the post-game stats here so far, because again, a majority of the gold stolen all falling into the hands of Kai.